Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells, our strength and swings class. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And we will have a kettlebell that's off to the side. Well, we have it already. It's off to the side. We'll play with that in a couple minutes. First, let's get our body ready to do some things with the kettlebell.
Excellent. Things like presses, so warm up those upper body muscles, and things like squats. And pay attention to Lauren's warm up for things like that. With me though, I like to start in my squat position and then go back to that head neck with the hands across the body, a moderate to light chin tuck here. Slowly, with the eyes on the horizon, look to the side. Then maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together 1 extra percentage point, and then rotate towards the direction you just looked. Now keep the body there and rotate the head back to center and let the rib cage follow centering. Return to the other side, chin tuck, rotation. Keep the shoulder blades squeezing in retraction to manipulate the rib cage, and then head to center, body to follow. We'll do one more, but it's a double. We'll go head to the right, followed by the body with shoulder blades squeezing to the right. At the head, look one more time in the same direction, and then the rotation of the rib cage in the same direction. That means double, and then head to center, body to follow. So a double to the other side as well. A chin tuck rotation, yep. Then the rib cage rotates to follow up. Then at the head in the same direction, move again. Perhaps the body can go 1 more degree as well. And then reset the head to center and the rib cage assembling in the middle again. Change your stance, narrow it up. We'll be squatting different ways today, so get used to this parallel position as well. Start with the palms facing forward, and now we did not want to move the shoulder blades before, but now we do. So we'll elevate the shoulders as a shrug, round forward, pull down, get those armpits fired up, and then pull back in retraction. Elevate again, round forward, pull down, and retract. Switching that circle, we'll reach down, forward, up, retract, and one last time down, forward, up, retract, and then a little reset. One last move for me is it'll help our pressing groove going forward here. Start with those palms facing forward and make light fists. So the fingers go first. Then bend on the wrists, flexion, then flexion or bending on the elbows as well. For 1 repetition, elevator shrug, and then pull down, and give a hand check. Are those knuckles pointing to the ceiling? With the elbows pointing forward and those armpits facing down, take a breath and pull the elbows back to the rib cage. Then start with the fingers, reach them to the back wall, and then extend on the wrist next. Follow that with the elbow straightening or extension phase as well. Lightly retract the shoulders together and then reach towards behind you as if to touch the hands together. Then we have a push-ups wrist in the back, so we'll make a fist 1 more time. Bend on the wrist 1 more time. Flex, bend on the elbows, you got it that last time. Give a hand check. Are those knuckles facing the ceiling? Then pull the armpits low, elbow tips face forward. Then this time, open the fingers first to the back wall. Extend on the wrists, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lightly let the arms return down. And that's a lot of work for a bodyweight exercise. I hope you feel the same. More upper body coming up, but until then, Lauren, take it away.
Until then, we're squatting, so let's get ready for it. Let's start with our feet in our squat with stance and gently pull the floor together, keeping your legs nice and straight. As you do that, feel the adductors on the inside of your legs and your butt cheeks also squeeze, your hips extend. Keep pulling for 3, 2, then stay where you are, but push down and out on the floor. So pushing down and away, your hips remain extended, your kneecaps pulled up, your core braced for 3, 2, go back to the pull together, and this time pull yourself down into your low stance. Now that you're here, could you take your hips and lightly hula your hips around? Try to keep your knees and your femurs relatively stationary, moving your pelvis around. Repeat in the opposite direction for about 2. Come back to center, push down and out on the floor. Let's add on a little bit. Again, pull yourself down. Hands on the inside of your legs. Now from here, drive your legs together, but push out on your arms, engaging those lats for 3, 2, stay, keep with your arms, but try to pry your legs off your arms. Oh. Then put your arms back on your legs and repeat, legs in, arms out. 3, 2, legs pry off arms, and then press down and away. Whew. Stand up to tall. Give that a little shake. Shake out the ankles. Shake out the hips. And next, let's warm up those feet and ankles a little bit more. With them underneath you, let's gently pull a foot to that ball of toe position. Then use your toes to gently point and flex over the toes. Keep the ankle and knee in the straight line. Then use the toes pushing into the floor. Get to the ball of the foot. Heel comes down, hip extends. Repeat on the other side. Pull, point, gently flex round over. Then back to the toe tip, the ball of the foot, the heel comes down and extend. Next, knees over toes. Hang out here, a little hike of the hip, pull down, hike of the hip, pull down, find that level position, and then extend your hips forward. Next, we'll do a full ankle squat. Knees go over toes. Then the heels will slowly peel up. The knees will land softly on the ground with or without your hands. Extend those hips, squeeze the cheeks, brace the core. That's the top of your press position. Point your feet out the back and sit back into your tall kneel. Next, push those feet into the floor. Get to your hip extension. Tuck your toes. With or without your hands, rock yourself back to that low toe squat. Hold here for a second. Then try to find those heels. Press to tall. Whew. Give that a little shake. All right. Today's workout. What's that? What were you going to say?
Yeah, I like that position so much in that toe squat. Just warm up wrists and maybe a quick get up while we're on the floor.
Okay.
You know?
Let's get back to the floor. We'll warm up our wrists and do a quick get up. Knees towards over toe. Gently peel yourself up off the floor. Knees land, toes point out the back, and wrist warm up.
Really quickly on those wrists, we'll land with those fingertips, the callus line, and then the full hands. Look between the hands, nice long spine, and pull the hands to the feet, knees rather, encouraging the shoulders to drift forward, extending on the wrist. Then push back, keep your tailbone long like a cow, and imagine here pulling your knees off the floor or into those hip sockets. Helps that deep squat too. Pull the hands to the knees, lean forward, and then push forward and back. One last time, pulling the floor underneath your center gives you that stability to extend on the wrist, and then push through the floor and fully extend. We'll get right into that get up here, so with a body weight or with your kettlebell off to the side. Start light, challenge yourself as you wish. We'll do 1 repetition each side. What would a kettlebell practice with Ian and Lauren be without a repetition of the get up? So I'm cuddling my kettlebell here, nice firm grip on the bell. I'll roll to my back side and press. Firing range position. Drive through the hip, pull on the elbow. Tall sit is next. Bridge and sweep. Then press the floor away. Square up the lunge to tall stand. From there, we'll pull ourselves down. Open the leg and rotate underneath of that bell. Sweep the leg through. Find an elbow and then push off to your back. Pull the kettlebell down. Return it to the floor. And just in case I missed something, let's hear Lauren tell us what to do this time.
All right, same thing other side. So always starting in that cuddle position, 2 hands on, roll to your back and press. Use that hip extension and pull to the elbow. Find your hands squishing above. Pushing to the floor, bridge, stacking your shoulders. Press the floor away. Both legs help you on the up. I was going to do some lunges later, so stay tuned to more details about these. Pull yourself back down. Front foot, rotate, hinge, stack the shoulders before you sweep. Find your elbow and keep the bottom shoulder packed as you press away from it to your back. Pull the bell down, return to the cuddle, let the bell go, stand up however you'd like. Whew.
I do love a good get up.
Yes. So as I was saying, we're going to do 5 rounds here. Press your right, press your left, do what I tell you to your lower body.
That sounds
Pretty
fun.
simple?
That sounds good.
We were returning from our New York trip, and it was a pretty physical trip in terms of walking and our practice with the New York City Ballet. So we're going to take it a little bit lighter and easier today. So my reps for my presses are going to be 3s, 4s, 5s, 4s, and 3s. You pick some numbers that work for you. Remember, 5 rounds. Make sure every time you can hit that number and you're always finishing on a positive press. Successful is the word I was looking for versus a failure. Okay?
I'm ready.
All right, first arm. You pick your number. Here we go.
So cheek clean.
Those butts are squeezed on that press. The vertical forearm and that off arm has that tension as you press the bell towards overhead. Keep the bell tight on the way down and park. Give a little shake. Whew. Same thing, second side. To the rack position. That breath helps you press the bell. Strong base to press off of.
There we go. Presses and squats. We'll cheek clean a bell to that goblet's position. Open yourself in your squat stance and repeat sets of repetitions for squats.
I was gonna do body weight version.
Body weight. Let's do body weight first. Then you just take it over, Lauren.
All right, let's do.
Come back next week for goblet squats.
You can do goblet squats if you like. I was gonna do various variations on our squats today. We started with that regular squat. Let's split into a lunge. I know that's not a squat, but it uses both legs, so you know it's something. 1 foot in front, vertical shin up on their top back toe. Back hip pushing forward, front leg pulling in. Shoulders on top. Hold this position just for a couple seconds. Now we're going to descend all the way to the floor, but it's going to take 10 seconds. 10, 9, you have to keep moving the whole time. Keep the shoulders and hips square. 4, 3, 2, soft landing. Check in, are you still stacked over top of yourself? Is your front shin still vertical? Now push the floor forward and back, extending the back hip and just come to that hover position. Can we hold this for that 10 count? We're keeping the hips level again, staying stacked for 4, 3, 2, end up back on the floor. And then this time in one motion, we'll come up together like a get-up lunge. Up together. Good. Same thing on that second side.
I think my goblet squat would have been easier than that.
Do you think so?
I do.
I didn't want to hold the weight. Okay, that front shin is vertical, that back hip is pressing forward. Feel the pull together, you're squared up, you're stacked. 10 second, 10, 9, 8, 7, level hips, 4, soft landing. Whew. Give a little second, push forward and back, stay stacked, butt squeezed, hold. 10, hovered off the floor. 9. If you have to imagine this versus actually doing it, that's fine. Just try really, really hard. I'd rather you try hard and not come forward. Soft landing. Here we go. Press. Hop together. Whew. Round 2 of presses, Ian.
Round 2 for press. As Lauren said, we'll do a little bit of that pyramid, a little upsy downsies version. First set was 3. Let's count this out for 4. It starts with that cheek clean and a firm grip. A breath to prepare. Press from the rack, full straight overhead for 1 and 2. Breath in and hop for 3. And last one, that's 4. And that's heavier today. Gravity must be affecting us a little bit differently here back in Canada.
It's heavier up here. We're more
Shake
north.
it out. Shake it in between. What went well? What could you improve? Let's do it again for our set of 4 on the alternate side. Cheek clean, racks position, press, pull down, press, pull down. That's 3, and 1 more. Yeah! For 4. Down with control. Noises are fun. Make them that help with that core brace in mind. Back to Lauren for those legs.
Add on to that ankle squat we did in our warm-up, adding a little variation as you'd like. Knees pressed towards over toes. Now gently peel your heels up off the floor. Here's the variation. Extend those hips forward. Knees, shoulder, hip. Hold this position for 3, 2. Hips go back, heels come down, hips extend. Each time we'll try to get a little bit lower. Peel the, whoops, I did that wrong. Knees over toes. Heels peel off. Hips extend. Keep this position because you get closer to the floor. And then stand up out of it. And heels slowly come down. I know that was slightly different too. Last time we're gonna get all the way to the floor on this. If you can't keep that extended hip position, push the hips back behind you. Knees over toes. Peel the heels. Hips extend. Keep this line as long as you can. You can always drop those hips back. And then soft landing. Let's drive the whole body through. Untuck the toes. Sit back on the hips. Now practice the same thing here. Hips extend. I personally like to do this with my toes tucked. You can do either tucked or pointed. Hips, shoulders, knees. Lean back. Keep that core brace. Then squeeze and to tall. One more time. How far back can you go? Whoa, matrix style. And then up to tall. We'll rock back on those toes. Let's find the heels as low as you can get. And then push to tall. Whew.
Reading our notes from before, I didn't see the sissy squat on there. Glad to do it, but that's a little surprising. I like it. Surprises are good for us. They keep us on our toes. Third set, middle set, highest set of repetitions here for today, Lauren. Cue it up.
All right, our cheat clean to our press here. First side. I'm trying to get up to 5 here. That strong little bit of that exhale on the way up. Full inhale. Use that up. 2 more. That off arm is tight. The plank tension to get that bell overhead. And then park. Whew.
Park.
So we're pressing off. Yeah, the park. We're pressing off our tree trunk abs. So as you press, you don't want to fully deflate because nobody can press off of this. But you can go. Here we go. Second side. And pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not rushing it, but we're also not going too slow where we spend too much time under that weight because it's heavy. Whew. All right. We're now going to take our legs slightly wider into our sumo position.
Excellent.
That sumo squat is wider than the hips. Let's do 2 variations on this 2 times each. Straight legs, then bent. Straight legs first. Pull yourself down. The straight leg component is right here. You're going to press off, transfer your weight, straight legs come together. This foot is just hovering off the floor. Feel those adductors on both sides. Try to keep the turnout, point, toe ball, heel, land center. Other side, press. Straight leg, can you feel that adductor? I sure can. Point. Straight legs again, 1 more time each side. Up. Try to stick that balance and hold. And then extend and pull yourself down. And last time on straight legs, we'll end up back in center, low sumo. This time bent. So up, hold, connect the foot, knee stays to the side. Knee stays at the same height, straight into it. And then land, you'll probably feel those adductors there as well. Up, same height knee, and land. 1 more time each side. Maybe a little higher. Woo. And land. And last time, steady, strong, rooted foot. And then center and press to toe. Whew.
Now that is on our menu board, and that is one of my favorites. I love that sumo weight transfer squat. 3, 4, 5. We're coming back down. We have 2 more sets, so this means it's a number 4. Something, again, for your rep scheme that represents the middle. Light, middle, heavy, low, medium, high. We're here back at reps for 4. I like my cheat clean from behind. We'll pull it up into the rack. Up press. 1 and 2. Breath in and hiya. And 1 more is our 4. Full press. Rack like it's easy. Return to the floor. Rather, I like doing my cheat clean from behind that kettlebell. On the replay, that might sound a little bit different the first time through. We'll go 2 hands on the bell. We're hiking, pulling to rack, full press 1, inhale, 2, Inhale. There's our 3. And we'll go one more time for 4. Rack, floor, shake it out. Feels good to do that too. And we're back to Lauren for the squat leg combo.
All right. We'll take it one step further than that sumo into our Cossack-like squat. So ease into this. We're wide, toes slightly pointed out. Let's first just pull ourselves down to that center position. Then we'll be drifting to one side. Right now I want that foot connected to the floor, baby toe touching the floor for 3, 2, pull yourself across, staying low. Other baby toe connected, spine is long, knee towards over toe. Pull across. Can you get a little bit lower than the last time? Foot stays flat, all the way over. All right, now we'll let that foot turn a little bit. That might give us a little bit room to get even lower here. Breathe, pull across, one last time. Come to center, push through to tall. Heel toes, feet together. Hello, adductors.
Hello, adductors is right. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. This is our last set of press. Finish like you could do it again, but for our practice today, it's our last time pressing our kettlebell overhead. So choose your number. We choose 3, and in 3, 2, 1, we'll clean it. And full tension press. Inhale. Hi-ya. There's 2, and one more for me. That's a 3. Pull it to the rack. Turn to the floor. Shake and wiggle it out, and then repeat. Last time on the other side. Hike, pass, racket, full press. 1, pull. 2, pull. Last time. Oh, I could do that again. And that means that that's probably a good place to also finish. Finish so that next week we can do it together again. But before that, I think you have another set of squats or something.
We do have another set of squats. So I move that bell out there because we're going to do 1 times 3 single leg squats. Let's progress the single leg squat each time. First step, 1, up. Knee towards over toe, hip sinks back. Hang out here for 3, 2, press to tall. At the top, straighten your leg and hold. 3, 2, bend it. Sink low, knee towards over toe, hip goes back, stay here, straighten the leg. 3, 2, bend it. And up to tall. Last one on this side, straighten. Get as low as you can that you can come back up. Up. Bend it. Place it down. Give it a little shake.
Yeah.
Remember, you can always repeat squat 1 3 times or squat 2. You know what I mean. All right, second side. Knees up, knee towards over toe, hip sink back, hold, and then press through to tall. At the top, hold straight leg. 3, 2, bend, get low, hold straight leg. 3, 2, bend, up. One last one, that pistol squat as far as you can get, safely, and coming home. Hop, and park.
I rocked a little bit down there. A little bit of a cheat, but coming home safe, as Lauren cued, is always a good idea. What would a practice be without a couple get-ups? We had 2 at the front end. Let's finish off.
You understood my eyes.
Oh, I can know your eyes. I see your eyes. So we'll finish off today's practice with 1 get-up on each side, and then we'll join together again next week for more progressions or regressions as needed. So no rules as you come down. Cue us up for the first side there, Lauren.
All right, 1 get up on this side from the cuddle to the roll to the press. Here we go, hip extension, elbow. Find your hand. A bridge, a sweep. That back toe is tucked, and just as we practiced in that lunge earlier, push forward and back into the floor. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips as you descend. Front foot. Rotate, hinge. We start looking up towards that bell again as we sweep. Elbow and back. Bell comes down, returns to the cuddle. Let's go. Spins around. Finale, Ian.
Finale. I think Lauren talked about everything we need to say there. but just in case, I'll cue it again. We cuddle, we roll, and we press. It's a push off the bent leg to pull on the elbow. Squishing a bug to our tall sit, and push down through the floor to sweep. Then push the floor away. Square up the lunge, full body tension to stand, and step back, toes and pull yourself down. Open the leg, rotate under the bell. Sweep the leg to your tall sit, find your elbow, and then press off to the floor. 2 hands on, cuddle it down. No rules, but maybe switch legs if you can remember how you got up that last time. And shake it out.
Thanks for joining us today on this simple, not easy strength and swings class. Next week, we'll continue to build on our single arm swings and some cleans and presses, so stay tuned for that. But always remember, dial it back when needed. Add a little more here and there. It doesn't always have to be intense to be effective.
You're right.
Until next time, my name's Lauren.
I'm Ian.
And we'll also see you on Thursday at 4 p.m. for our live bar class, where we'll work on that hip strength and mobility with the roots stemming from the ballet. If you haven't checked out our website, you should, barsandbells.com. If you haven't checked out our Patreon page, you should, Bars and Bells Patreon. And make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until then, take care, stay strong, and we'll train soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.